and Davey Coombs ready to bring you the action of round 3. AMA Motocross 125 and 250 action from High Point Raceway in MountMorris, Pennsylvania. The fans settling in, getting ready for the first moto here in the 125s as we take a look at the Suzuki point standings. Ricky Carmichael with the 3-point lead on John Dowd, and Steve Lampson with the overall win in the last race, inching up into contention here as we get set. Number 9, John Dowd. It's Jimmy Button right next to him, and Moto 1 is underway. Number 21 is Robbie Reynard. That's Nick Way, number 67, but it's John Dowd coming out of the first turn in the lead. Whoa, look at Ricky Carmichael, quickly goes for the lead.
He just cut right underneath John Dowd right away. Didn't even want to have him get comfortable out there in front, take him out of his rhythm right off the bat.
The off-camber. This track is famous for it.
Well, this year they put some jumps in there, or what these guys are turning into whoop section. The only real technical spots on the racetrack right now, because they plowed it up to bring up the moisture and get that water they put down to soak in, is those right corners like that. Those ruts are going to get deeper and rougher as the day goes on.
Here comes Reynard, putting the challenge to Dowd, and it's Robbie Reynard into second place. There you see number 100, Mike Brown, Honda of Troy, trying to get into the mix with Ron Cotta and Jimmy Button.
Brown also has some of that European experience. I'm sure he'll put that to use when he can.
After a good 7th place finish in the first moto of the season, he came back with a horrendous 35th. Was 15 and 7 in the last event at Hangtown. So this so far for Michael Brown is one of his best efforts. Here's Ron Cotta. Ron Cotta making a move on Jimmy Button. Button and Mike Brown down in that area. Oh, Mike Brown goes to the inside on Jimmy Button. He'll move into 5th place.
That was just a beautiful move, positioning himself so Button had nowhere to go. Button just had to sit up and let off. So Brown following Ron Cotta past Button, both going to the front. Button's struggling a little bit right now. Charging hard through here, going for the triple. At least he's got that one. He is making up some time. I would expect Steve to be jumping the other triple by the mechanics area, but so far Carmichael's the only guy doing it.
This MountMorris High Point Raceway track is just in fabulous condition. I don't think it's ever been any better in the 22-year history of this race.
I can remember times Art coming up that hill, they just came up where it was so rough. If you made a mistake, you had to downshift just to keep the bike in the power band. A little bit of dust mixed in with that, but here today, the conditions just perfect.
Oh, and that's that area we've seen a few riders going off into the trees for an unscheduled trip. Lampson making the move on the pass.
Yeah, he's getting around Button the same way Brown did right there. So you think Brown would change his line, or Button rather would change his line through there, but I think Button is riding good right now. His lines aren't coming together. He's finding himself over on the right when he wants to be on the left, and it's just not all coming together for him. It's hard to make that correction mid-race when everyone's challenging him.
Our leader in the first 125 moto, Ricky Carmichael, looks like he's having just plain fun.
He is, Art. You can see it. He looks very comfortable out there. He can go anywhere he wants on the racetrack.
White flag is out. We're on our final lap for Ricky Carmichael, who was gunning for his 4th moto win out of 5 motos.
Now he's doing the triple and waving to the crowd. So obviously heads above the rest in this first moto. Able to jump a triple that no one else can do and look at the crowd and wave. Now he's still hasn't shown a weakness as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I thought that Hangtown would maybe the end of his dominance, the way he went down in practice, trip to the hospital, came back, went down hard at the start of the first moto and sat there forever.
He really showed how tough he really was.
Yeah, still came all the way through the pack to 8th, won the second moto, and was all bummed out that he didn't win them both.
The checkers for Carmichael. Boy, in this shot, you see the evidence of those nerves reaching up to pull the helmet down, fidgeting the handlebars. Steve Lampson is right next to our camera now as we get set for moto number 2 is underway from MountMorris, Pennsylvania. Oh, look at the wreck. Steve Lampson will get the whole shot from the inside. It's Jimmy Button to the left. That's Jason McCormick, number 32, and Robbie Reynard. More hard luck for Robbie Reynard in a second moto.
Oh, I don't believe it. You know, he had to be so excited. He rode so good at the beginning of the race. Have to come from last like this, if he even can. It looked like Button's hurt.
Lampson out in front, trying to pull away now. That's tough to do with Ricky Carmichael on your tail, and John Dowd as well. Here's Carmichael making the move to the inside. out. He doesn't want to give it up, but Carmichael accelerates from the inside.
As they came out of the woods, Carmichael went over that double jump, pulled a tearaway. It looked like he pulled 3 of them. That may be a problem a little later because you can see the water they put down.
The best start of all, though, Steve Lampson right now.
Yeah, and even though, oh, look at the difference there. Carmichael jumping that triple. Mechanic putting out there, your race. Don't even worry about this guy. Just blow through him and run out and high. Don't even give him a chance to get some confidence back. It's all about confidence. I always talk about it. If you give anybody just a little bit, especially a 2-time champion like Lampson, he can get back on track. That's the last thing Carmichael wants right now.
Carmichael showing the wheel. Lampson trying to hold on to first place. Carmichael to the inside. Looks like Ricky's going to take him right there. He took John down, I think, in that same spot in the first moto.
You're right, absolutely the same exact move. Square in the corners, coming in wide, coming out tight. Little bobble.
Yeah, a little bobble by Carmichael, giving Lampson a chance, but Lampson on the downside.
That off camber just seems to go on forever. Throttle control really important through there, not to get on it too much, let that back end get away from you.
Carmichael, once again, jetting into the lead early. And we'll see if he can take off. He's got to be gaining. Whoa, Carmichael darn near lost it coming down there.
That cost him the triple, too, so now Lampson's got a second shot.
Get back to Raynard. An 8th place in the first moto of the season, then a 36th spot. A 4th place in the first moto at Hangtown, and a 36th in the second moto. A 2nd place here today, and he'll be in the 30s again. Ron Cotta's got something wrong there.
Keeps missing gears. Looking down going, am I doing that or is something bent on the bike?
Brandon Jesseman, in his very first AMA National, just turned 16 last month, has put on a tremendous performance. And right now, he's trying to hold the position on Michael Brown, number 100.
There's Ron Cotta having problems. That's the same corner he had problems before. It looked like he was missing shifts. So they both go by. That's going to feel good. They're moving up the spot. So Jesseman right here, I know how it feels. I used to be in that position.
There's Ron Cotta.
You got somebody breathing down your neck and you're thinking, man, I might lose this spot. And then you gain one. So you're going, well, I'll still be where I was.
Bad break for Ron Cotta. After a 4th place finish in the first moto, and he was right there in 3rd place. That was a good overall position. John Dowd is trying desperately to take a 2nd place overall. If he can get in front of Jesseman, he goes to the inside on Jesseman. Ricky Carmichael on way, doing a can-can, and then casually comes over to get the checkered flag.